Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Hope you're doing well, Ayla Avo. Yes, puns. Puns for all. Hello, Zarek. Hope you're doing well. I'm really serious about the series on series, then? Yes, indeed. This is not the series, that was a different series. But this is, serious indeed. Right. Okay, enough of this. Right, so last time we set up our mercury power plant. Here's the mercury. We melted it with a gold volcano. The volcano is getting a little bit hot. So we kind of need to stop venting the volcano into here. I also want to geotune this. So we're going to think a lot about that today. I also really want to make sure that we actually vent these rooms with the Salt Water Geyser in it and everything. So we can start actually just geotuning this saltwater geyser, because that's going to give us water for the SPOM through the Steam Turbines. And then it's also actually going to give us enough salt to do some of the geotuning in combination with the gold volcano. So I can remove this pump now because there's no gas in here. I should probably actually remove this mammoth, and we don't have a rancher, so I probably am just going to delete the mammoth. Let's move the ice over here. The curse of the liquefiables will strike yet again. We have plenty of dupes though, and the important part is we now have enough power to consistently charge our power banks. So we should stop having some issues. But yes, the gold is occasionally boiling the mercury into gas. This is a minor issue. We're still dropping it off with the dispenser, and the dupes are currently on their way to grab as much of the mercury as they can. We're just going to keep shoving it in here. Mercury does not have a very high heat capacity, and it's very conductive. So I'm not even actually too worried about it. Even though it's boiling and condensing, it's not really heating up the ice at all. So we should be okay. But yeah, that's our aim for today. Geotune the two metal volcanoes, get the tamers set up for those, and get the tamers set up for the saltwater. The saltwater is probably going to erupt towards the end of the stream. So what I might even do... Should I put some water in here in advance? I'm not certain. Let's sweep everything in here. I don't even want the mercury in here, to be honest. Actually, you know what? Leave the mercury. Because we want that conductive layer, don't we? If there is any mercury, that is. Yeah, get all of that stuff out of there. Fun fact, the high thermal conductivity and low SHC makes small volumes of mercury insulative in specific situations. That's very true. It's really good for liquid locks like this, because it has a high temperature range. And as you say, it's not going to conduct any heat, even if you don't have a vacuum in here. It's pretty good. What am I saying? You didn't say that. I think this is probably a case where you could actually just dump the meat in the CO2 and it won't go off. You know what? I'm actually going to put a ration box down here, and we're going to put all the edibles down here. Because this should stay CO2 forever. And then we don't have to worry about freezing any of the food. Maybe we can even export it back at some point. That could work. Right, let's put the Geotuners in here. We know that's what's going on here. So... yeah, we do have room. Let's make these out of, I don't know, tungsten? That's probably fine. We will have, let's see. We will probably have a conveyor receptacle in here. And an auto sweeper. I don't overly mind what this is made out of. We're going to produce Bleach Stone in here. We're probably going to need a few different wires, actually, now that I think about it. You've broken. That's okay. Yeah, we would have to make that out of ceramic, I think. At this point. All the dupes are in exosuits, so I'm not actually too worried about the gas temperature being really high over here. As long as we're still melting all the mercury, that's good. The other thing is, we have the wart seeds, so what I could do is I could come and open this up, but I think I'm going to wait until we've actually got all the main infrastructure set up. I'm quite tempted to do an extra stream tomorrow for all of the radiation stuff. I think we're on a roll here, and if I can get everything done that I want on this asteroid this week, then I think we'll be in a really good position. Right, why is the wire overloading? I mean, there is a lot of stuff on the wire at this point, to be fair. I probably actually need to separate this into 2 wires now, don't I? I could do that. I mean, to be fair, this is going to be generating... The thing is... we kind of need all of these power bank charges to run at the moment. I think we're just going to leave it for now and then occasionally fix wires. The refined metal is renewable, so I'm not that concerned. I would be more concerned if it was regular wires. Also, we need lights in here because the Geotuners actually need lights to work. Actually, hold on. Yeah, you need a laboratory. Oh! Oh, they've removed the light requirement for the laboratory. Well, I'll put them in anyways. I mean, why not? But the point is, we're going to dump all the bleach stone in here, and this room should just fill with chlorine. Chlorine's very insulative as well. I think I will actually just put in 2 different lights. Yeah, that can go there, that can go there. Probably won't bother drywalling anything. That feels unnecessary. We have still got the lead from the other things as well. That's good. The lead from the tiles. I suspect we can actually just remove all of this. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna set for you to remove the backing. And I'm gonna set for you to remove the lead tiles. Because we need as much building material as we can get over here. Also, I think you can actually remove some of these tiles. I'm not going to remove these tiles because they're holding back the snow. Same with these ones. Maybe we'll actually just dig a little entrance up here. The trees are ready to harvest. Do I actually want to grab those? Probably not. Let's also get rid of the background buildings over here. Again, not these ones. Right, ration box. All edibles will go in here. Actually, all edibles except for nutrient bars and sherberries. Just in case we want it for later. Sonia earned a skill point. Nice. Improve gears, I think. Then you can get some extra construction. That's good. Once we have some water, we can actually put it in the water cooler as well. I was thinking about the ice liquefier, but we need wood for that, and that means we'd have to start shearing the phloxes, and I can't be bothered with that. We could harvest some from the trees, but again, I don't think that's going to be very consistent, so... probably not worth bothering with that. I think I'm just going to set up a storage bin here. We'll make this sweep only as well. So we're going to set you to the Salt Water Geyser. We're going to set you to make Bleach Stone forever. And sand. That's true. We also get sand out of this. Are we going to use the sand for anything? I don't think we are. We'll see. Right, pump's done. That's good. The pumps use a lot of power. That's probably going to actually solve most of our issue with this. And these steam turbines are going to be self-cooled, so we shouldn't actually have to do anything with this. It will activate in 11 cycles. We do just need to get all of the debris out of here. Make that sweep only priority 9. The other Geotuners. So we also know that we're going to have steam turbines down here. Where will the other Geotuners go? We could have them in a few different rooms. Okay, let's actually put the roof on here. Is the roof going to be this wide? I don't know. I don't think a gold volcano needs that many Geotuners. You know what? Let's actually... Hold on, give me a sec. Let's actually load up the metal volcano video. Because I left a cheat sheet on there about how many things to set up. How many steam turbines, what temperature to run the steam at, all that stuff. Let's see. How to master your metal volcanoes. There you go. See if I can pause it before it plays. Yeah, okay. Right, let me just link that in the chat. Here you go. That should be the actual video. And then I think for now I'm just looking for the... Yeah, I'm looking for the description, which just has a massive cheat sheet full of the quantities and all the maths. So this gold volcano, let's see. So this gold volcano produces an average volume of 0.539, and that's eruption average. That's what I actually care about, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, this would be way too low. So, I think in that case we can get away with... Because we're going to use 5 Geotuners, 1 turbine at 145 degrees. Okay, it's definitely just 1 turbine. It's a gold volcano, so... Oh, am I actually self-cooling this? No, because with 5 Geotuners, it's just slightly too hot to self-cool. So we probably will plug a thermo aquatuner in here. So maybe we'll make it this wide, but we'll only plug in one turbine. Maybe we can fit some other cooling stuff in here. That seems reasonable. Although, actually, the other thing I might do... I'll leave a little chute in here. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'll go grab some more insulated rock as well. Actually, wait, do we have any more insulated rock? Oh, igneous rock, we do, okay. Let's actually ladder this. And then we can dig all of this rock out. We're going to be pretty low on igneous rock on this planet. But that's fine. So we're probably going to end up with 1 steam turbine. And I'm probably just going to put it here. And I think I will just dig this for now, just to get it out of here. Let's finish this room first. I think I will also actually remove this pipe, just because we're going to need all of the construction material we can get. Yeah, go ahead and remove that. And then I can actually put the dispenser for the mercury over here. Yeah, that would work well. And then I could seal that up maybe. But let's have a look at the actual build as well. Also, let's have a look at the cobalt volcano. So the cobalt volcano is 0.563 eruption average. So if we geotune that... Wait, really? That's a really weedy cobalt volcano. No, it isn't. That's an above average one. Sorry, I'm misreading this. Yeah, so if we're geotuning it, it will have 2 turbines at about 165 degrees C with the thermal actuator. And the thing about this system is we can have the thermal aquatuners in the same room as the metal volcanoes and plug it in because the steam turbine will generate enough power to run the thermal aquatuner for the uptime needed to cool everything down. So that's why I'm just going to do it like this. That way I can make it self-contained, I don't have to set up any transformers, and it will all just work. So I will just have to get the rest of the igneous rock for that first, though. Means I'm really going to have to pay attention to the mineral overlay. There's a lot of granite, not a lot of igneous rock. Did we really actually grab everything? Let's just check. Well, we know that we can't really make this room any narrower than this. So let's put these in here, and we'll figure out what to do with this. And then this one's going to get sealed here. And then we need 10 tiles on top, so that's going to be 10 tiles. I think we may have to make some of this out of granite, which is not ideal, but we have a lot of granite. That's okay. Oh, we need to plug a light in, the lights into the wire. That's fine. There you go. Mm-hmm. I could just payload some igneous rock over. I'm actually tempted. Also, there's probably enough here if you actually build these ladders. Yeah, build the ladders and then we should be able to do it. Then what I'll need to do as well is I'll need to actually come over here and put a ladder in. Which means I probably need to remove this. Means I probably need to put the ladder here. And what I'll do is I'll just put a regular tile here, and then I'll move this bottle emptier up to here so we can just dump the mercury in here. And then maybe I'll just remove these two tiles, because we don't really need these two tiles here, do we? Yeah, enjoy your power banks. We are indeed generating enough power for you now, I think. Okay, and then set you to the Salt Water Geyser as well. You seem like important tiles to you. Well, we'll put the ladder going down. They're critical to your ongoing happiness. You have a psychological attachment to those tiles. Is that what you're saying? Right. I would like for you to dig these. Can I actually just... Yeah, I have priority 9 them. Okay, whatever. Shall I just speed it up a little bit then? We'll do that for now. Sacrifice the frames. At least we are actually generating enough power for this. It does occur to me that I don't actually have any smart batteries plugged into this. But I think trying to automate these with smart batteries is a bit of a fool's errand in this case. Because these power up and charge and draw down. So you can't really automate them on like a really rapid basis. What you want to do with your mercury power plant is you want it to be a baseline for what you're always consuming. And thankfully, in this case, we actually have a load of power bank chargers that need to constantly be running. So we're not actually intending on ever filling up the batteries. If we accumulate too much power, we'll just charge more power banks more quickly. That should be fine. Also, I will need to think about where the SPOM is going to go. Am I actually going to even bother insulating the SPOM? Probably not, right? Where is the SPOM going to go? I was going to fit it... Maybe... Actually, you know what I think we do? I think we just fit it here, right next to the salt water. I think that makes sense. The fact that Mercury is a baseline power plant is a little odds with how much it's a very temporary power source. Yes, that is true. But it depends on how much Mercury you have and how quickly you're consuming it all. Because we have enough Mercury here that we could run this for probably 100 cycles or thereabouts. feel like that's pretty possible. Let's go up here and grab all of this stuff. And also, to be frank, we do actually just want to get rid of all of the mercury because it's a friggin' pain. Liquefying and everything. You could keep a little bit of it for liquid locks, I suppose, but we have ethanol. I'm kind of beginning to think we need a strength dupe. You'll need to dig all this ice too. And okay, we've got a few more tiles. So 1, 2. Okay, that's better. It's probably gonna have to be something along these lines again. If we have the vacuum here, then I think that will actually do. If I look in the mineral overlay, what do we make? Oh, we made all the pipes out of igneous rock. Oh, God. I think I'm willing to change the pipes to granite. I'm dumping a load of gunk in here. Did I payload? Oh, I did payload some gunk. Why am I payloading gunk? I don't know. Someone's stressed. It's Sonia. Oh, because your suit is soiled. Okay. Well, I think that's fine, so long as you don't hit 100%. If you hit 100%, we'll send some dupes home. I think we're getting pretty close to the point where we can do that. I think once we built the SPOM, we can send some dupes home. So let's think about this as well. We'll just do one of our normal SPOM columns. And that will be here. I guess I'll move that storage bin a bit later. So that's going to look like that. So let's do that for now, just so you can get in here. Yeah, something like that for now. I'm gonna dig all of this out. I don't really mind what order we do these tasks in. Actually, I think the wire is the most important one. But we're not actually going to be able to get this running until we get some salt in here from the Salt Water Geyser. Oh. I've realized a slight flaw with this plan. We actually need to geotune this to get the initial salt. So I'm probably going to have to plug this into a desalinator at the very beginning. Right? I mean, we can do that, but that's going to be mildly annoying. Actually, I have room for a desalinator in here. Am I just going to make a steel desalinator in here? Is that in refinement? It is. Yes. Okay. But then we don't have a pump. I think the desalinator should probably go in a different room. I could put it over here, actually. We will also actually just want the hydrogen from this, so let's go ahead and remove these ladders. And then we can put the desalinator over here. I think this is fine on speed 2. You are idle. Okay. You can just dig these then. That's fine. There you go. And then let's think about gas pumps. I'm just going to make these out of steel as well. The electrolyzer will go in here. We've done SPOMs a million times at this point. It's just how it is. So, signal switch. I'm not sure I'm even going to bother actively cooling this. Maybe we'll build a pipe in here just so we can run a coolant past it, but... to be honest, I don't want to build that many pipes. We want the gas pump up here as well for the hydrogen. We'll do an actual proper gas pump for this. And then, I think what we'll do is we'll put the desalinator over here for now, but we'll eventually just remove it and put the hydrogen plant up here somewhere. We need a bit of automation wire as well. I'm happy to make that out of lead, actually. Let's see. So... I should probably be replacing all of this wire with lead, technically, right? Let's go ahead and do that. What do you mean, unreachable obsidian? Have we just used all of the obsidian? I think we have. Okay, that's fine. As long as we're not actually building anything out of obsidian. Yeah, so 2 Geotuners, it should come out at 135 degrees, which is perfect self-cooled steam turbine temperature. I will also put... let's see... there's already a tile here, so we could dump some more mercury here. Or we could just let this ice melt. I don't really mind which we do. Cancel that, build this. We will want a canister filler down here at some point, so go ahead and do this. Will I just hook this up to its own network as well? There's definitely a few different things that we're going to hook up to a few different power networks. Also, did we grab all the payloads? We grabbed most of the payloads. That blob of ethanol is doing a lot of work. This bit down here is already pure oxygen. That's good. So, ventilation-wise, let's put a canister filler here. And then we could put a gas vent here. That's fine. You're nearly full, so let's empty you and refill you. You can escape from here, right? I hope you can. Okay, so we need to set up a liquid pump as well. Oh, right. That means we're going to have to get the mercury out of here after all. That's okay. Probably don't want mercury going into our desalinator. So... the water pipe is eventually going to come... well, this is currently set to self-circulate, but eventually it's going to come into the SPOM. So let's have it come in this way, I think. I can put a ladder here as well. Oh, we're actually running out of granite. Interesting. Oh. Don't worry about that. I'll need to put the ladder going down here as well. But then we could have a nice big mercury tank. I'm really happy with the base layout. I'm just trying to figure out where the Geotuners are going to go next for the metal volcanoes. But I think we've got to do the saltwater vent first because we're on a timer with this one. I think even if some of the errands are getting stalled a little bit, I am still going to just actually run it at speed 2 just so that we can get this geyser erupting today. I'm expecting the mercury power to drop as we plug in more pipes. We'll see. The reason I'm expecting that is because the 50-50ing of this is not as precise when you're building pipe segments. Yeah, see, that one's lowering slightly. Now, I know that I'm going to put 2 steam turbines over here. Oh, right, we can't have a tile here because this needs to be a steam turbine tile. So, I think actually just dig this for now and dig this. Oh, there's some meat here. Okay, dig that. That's fine. It feels a little bit like a PowerPoint today. That's okay. Can you actually get in here? Yes, good. That's what I like to see. Sonia, I think we're going to have to remove your suit. Because you're too stressed. So that means your suit's going to break. How about I payload over some reed fiber? Just a little bit. Then an exosuit forge. Do I make an exosuit forge? Probably, right? How much reed fiber we got now? Probably a lot, right? 84? Okay. The PowerPoint does kind of make it into a listening stream, lol. Sometimes the 40+ athletics loops just appear and disappear. Yeah. That's why I don't tend to do it on speed 2 very much at the moment in this run. But once we've actually done series, I will start a new mini challenge because I have a plan. I have an interesting plan for a mini challenge. I'll keep an eye on Sonia. I think your stress will decrease now. Soiled suit does a lot. But I will have to pay attention to where you're going because you are going to get scolded occasionally. But that's fine, because I really don't want to send the rocket back immediately. Yeah, we'll leave on speed 1. It's fine. We're not in that much of a rush. We've got 9 cycles left. I don't want to put this tile in until we're actually ready to proceed on this. Once you've built this airflow tile, that'll be really good. Let's set you to below 0 as well, just to turn you off. And then we need the power wire in here, so I guess I'll just make that out of gold for now. Hook that up there. I'll probably... Will we make microchips here? We probably will make microchips here. It feels like something we would want to do. You can remove these ladders as well. I do want to actually get in here, so let's actually dig all of this out. The irritating thing is okay, it looks like we packed up a little bit of the reed fiber, but not all of it. Right? How much are you full of at the moment? Yeah. We put 30 kilograms of reed fiber in there. That's perfect. So let's just actually send that over. That is going to the right place, yeah. And then I'll make sure we build an exosuit forge as well. I can come over here and build some tiles here. We'll have a few buildings we want to build here. Yeah, stress is coming down now. That's good. Let's build in the pipe as well. Probably want to make that out of granite. You know, I'm probably just... Do we actually need to build this? I don't think we do. They're all going to be in suits all the time. I don't think I'm going to bother. Also, what's the actual gas situation over here? There's not a lot of gas that isn't oxygen. These frosty asteroids are very pure when it comes to gases. I could probably start pumping up some oxygen into the thing now if I want, but I don't know. Do I want to do that? Not yet, really. Alright, let's think about what this is going to look like. So, exosuit forge. That can go here. That can be made out of gold. And then furniture, lamp, automation. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the ceiling lamp in for this building. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, I'm conflicted about what to do this week, because on the one hand, the Stixter video is ready for me to record. I have the build planned for that now. On the other hand, I really want to actually finish what we're doing on this asteroid. And I don't know how busy I'm going to be tomorrow and Friday. So I might not actually have time to record the video. Then again, maybe I will. We'll see. This is looking good, actually. This has fixed itself. Good. Oh, I've got some bits of... in my teeth. That always annoys me. Oh, Mr. Lonely. I don't think you're the one that was supposed to build this. I like the fancy drowning pathfinding for the horizontal critter droppers. Yes, that's like the whole point of the video. Stixters are fundamentally very simple apart from the one trick of how you're actually going to mass move them without critter drop-offs. So I feel like that'd be a nice short video, and I'm really enjoying making nice short videos. Brine. Interesting. You know, maybe I should have printed out on this asteroid. I don't really want to commit to putting a mini pod here, though. I know that sounds really bad, I just don't. Right, deconstruct these tiles. That's more building material as well. We'll think a bit more about that later. Drown the first round of Stixters because I didn't realize I can't float above liquid tiles that are too thin. Yeah, the Stixter motion is kind of weird. Right, let's also put the gas pipe here. I really should have actually printed the brine here. I could payload over some brine if I really feel like it. We're payloading over a lot of gunk, which is amusing. Is that the intent? I don't think that's the intent. We're sending it back to Rigil now. I'm payloading the gunk off of this asteroid. But you're injured? Why don't you get healed up then? Yeah, I'm gonna heal you up. There's nothing too urgent going on here. You can heal up. I should send some reed fiber here, actually. You know what? Let's do that quickly. You know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I don't wanna risk anything. Oh, it's so good to see this actually erupting. I'm really glad that we're not actually having all of our water stall on this asteroid anymore. Wait. Oh, there's something going wrong here. These SPOMs aren't actually getting any. I think I have to put a bridge here. Yeah, I think I have to put a bridge there. That's fine. We can build that now. Then this should work properly. Okay, good. We're not really doing too much on the other asteroids at the moment. I'm kind of paying attention for specific error messages, but other than that, I don't really care. Can I just put this here? And then I can just put the hydrogen stuff here and not worry about it? I think that sounds good. So, you could go like this then. I know it's kind of untidy, but whatever. Yeah, I'll put the hydrogen thing here, I'll put some doors here, and then I'll put a smart battery in here as well. And that'll count as a power plant, so then I'll put a power control station in as well, because we're going to actually be making all the refined metal with the volcanoes. And that should all be fine. This is not how you're supposed to do a SPOM. Wait! Wait a minute! You're vacuuming out the room. That's hilarious. The bionic dupe vacuum solution. If only. I'm probably not going to try and rely on that. Yeah, mercury levels are looking really good. We're topping this up nicely. I guess the dupes are prioritizing grabbing that instead of doing other things, but that's okay. Right, let's put a bottle empty here just so we can dump the liquids in. I think what we'll do is we'll put gunk on the bottom and then mercury on the top. Seems like a good plan. Probably not ethanol. Ethanol will boil. Yeah, you should be able to build all of this. We've swept up everything in here now, so I'm going to tell you to remove this. And cancel the relocate. Yeah, I don't want to payload over the Bleach Stone because I really don't want to ruin the perfectly clean gas on this asteroid. This is actually going very smoothly so far. Right, you need to repair Atmos suits. And that should be priority 9. And then we'll put Sonya back in one. Wait, you putting mercury in a storage bin? Is that an issue? I mean, it's not really efficient. I'll just tell you to stop moving stuff in here while we're dismantling it. Been periodically melting, I'm not sure if that's a problem. Okay. How about we do this? See how that goes. Great! We've just been melting all the mercury. That's probably a pitcher pump situation. That's fine. At least when it melts, you can... It's fairly easy to pick it back up again. Here you go. What you got in here? Right, you need a power wire as well. Okay. That can just go here for now. I want to make sure that we're still making everything out of lead if we can. An auto arm could directly pull mercury bottles into a bottled radio or empty it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. All of this stuff eventually, right? I think we are... I think I am going to put some industry here of some kind. It's just so much completely free space to build something. I feel like it would be a crime not to. Right, there's some debris in here as well. Let's put the gunk in here first. I guess I'll put a storage bin here. Yeah, with a sleepy bot. Oh, we got phosphorus gas. Okay, that's not an issue. I was worried we had hydrogen in here for a second. I was like, where did that come from? We got a nice tile of refined phosphorus here. Good. This is... Well, that's one way of getting refined phosphorus. Hey, look, we didn't even need to payload anything. We could have just put the phosphorite by the gold volcano. Well, I mean, that'll help us geotune things a little bit longer. Where am I putting all these geotuners? I think I'm just going to put them down here in little bits like this, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So, tiles. So we'll put 2 in there. Okay, I mean, this doesn't all have to be obsidian, that's fine. You know what, actually, do it like that, because we're not doing anything else in there. And then we could probably fit 3 in each of these. Yes. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then we can put all the geotuners in these rooms. And we can just fill them up with the refined phosphorus. It only works with mercury, not the other liquids, except maybe the other molten metals. Right, that's enough gunk. And then put the mercury on top. This is enough gunk, I don't think it will freeze. Oh, maybe it will. No, well, maybe if we dump the mercury in here fast enough. Maybe I do need to insulate this. It's a lot of gunk, and even then that's gonna... Yeah, this tile's too cold. We got water on top of this? We do have water on top of this. That's odd. I don't think there's any way we could get that, necessarily. We could put a picture up here, that's fine. Ethanol and mercury. The issue with the ethanol is... Oh, Sonia, you're gonna have to get out of there. Sorry. The issue with the ethanol is it's going to boil if we're not cooling the SPOM. Right, I think I'm gonna have to put in a triage cot for you. Now, where can I put that? I could just put that at the bottom for now. I think that makes sense. Oh, that's where all the obsidian is. True. How about I yellow alert this? Oh, do we not have any mercury to pick up? By feeding it water that's hotter than 70°C? That's the aim. Yeah, it's going to be feeding... It's going to be fed off the steam turbine output. So that's why I'm discounting ethanol for this. You know what? I'll take this too. Get this out of here. Doing. You know, make this priority 1. And I think I will priority 9 this. You're going to erupt in 7.7 cycles. Let's get you to sweep this. Is that too much to ask? Sonia, I'll put you in here if you get a little bit more injured. Okay, there we go. All the ice is dropping in here. Fantastic. Power is going up. That's really good to see. When you're doing mops, if you want to mop a large area at once, do the yellow alert to get multiple dupes to do it. They'll do it way faster than one dupe on their own because of how liquids flow. That applies to all but the very most viscous of liquids. Right, so you should actually dump some mercury in here now, right? Yeah. Is that going to be hot enough to melt this? No, if anything, it's actually going to be too cold, right? How to get more heat in here? Well, we have a load of hot cobalt. How about I just relocate all the cobalt in here? It's a yellow alert. That would work, right? And we don't want any more mercury in here than this. So, let's turn this off afterwards. And then hopefully that will just cause the gunk to melt immediately. If we don't build anything with the cobalt, that should stay hot enough. Let's see how that goes, because the mercury is very hot. Yeah, okay. Okay, that... Oh, right. Gas. We got some rapidly fluctuating temperatures here. I mean, we could get some petroleum in here if we get the gunk really hot. That would be... Sonia, that was not a good moment to breathe. Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. I got your petroleum boiler right here. Sonia is the petroleum boiler. She's boiling her own gunk. Oh, we've got petroleum here. Oh, that's the funny thing. This is literally probably enough petroleum that we could have just put it in here anyways. On the other hand, I think this is kind of funny, and I think we can probably actually boil the gunk into petroleum. So I'm going to relocate this in here as well, and we'll empty it after the fact. That sounds fun. Yeah, look, this is already like 125 degrees. Actually, this is going to start damaging the electrolyzer, isn't it? It'll cool down again. Fresh injection of more heat. Let's disable auto repair on this. This is a spectacularly bad plan, but I'm still amused, so that's fine. Oh, do not put mercury in here. Yeah, get rid of it. Sweep everything up in this bit as well. If nothing else, this will at least get the tile hot enough that the gunk doesn't actually friggin' freeze again. That was the most annoying thing. And I've got plenty of errands down here. Let's speed it up. And we'll put a pitcher pump here so that we can reach everything. I'm gonna make this out of igneous rock. I think generally this mercury has cooled down now a little bit. I think there's enough gold. Okay, I think we're right though. I don't think this is going to boil, so let's actually just leave it like that. I'm gonna relocate the cobalt in here, I guess. Yeah, do that. And then I guess relocate these bits over here as well. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's so hot. That's so much gunk as well. I don't think it's gonna freeze now. That will do. Mercury gas. It's not exactly what we want. That's gonna be a real pain, isn't it? Well, once the salt water starts erupting, that will deal with itself, so I'm not actually going to worry about that. Right, can I just put the tile in here as well? And then we can sort all the rest of this out. The mercury is no longer here. Is that wise? I don't know. Perhaps I should have brought all the hot metal in here. That's not going to melt either, is it? Yeah, you're just going to pick it up immediately, right? I mean, we only need this tile, really. We can add more if necessary otherwise. Is this mercury actually just deleting itself by pouring on here? Could be. Sweep that up, and then... Oh, that needs to get swept as well. Actually, you know what? Relocate that here. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. Right, let's do this. Sorry, a lot of yellow alerts going on now. Let's put the little blob of mercury there and move the big blob somewhere else. Right. So this means I can now put that there. And then we can start moving the hydrogen infrastructure over. Right, Sonia, I'm just going to assign you down here. Oh, yeah, totally. Hey, it's actual Steam. That's something. No, Sonia, I told you to literally go... Oh, right, there's a yellow alert. Okay, yeah, have fun. You're gonna incapacitate yourself. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Lane. Well, that's what you get for not wearing a suit. Don't worry, the other Sonia will rescue you. Sonia's like, have you considered insulated tiles? It's above our pay grade, I'm afraid. We don't have enough rock for all those insulated tiles. We barely have enough as it is. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy your mercury and carbon dioxide. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, look, you're fine. You've got minor injuries, 0 health. Yeah, good. Okay. Alright, let's sweep this up to get this out of here. I guess we technically don't need to worry about that, but I am going to worry about it. And then we know we're going to have a power plant here, so let's make some doors. Not there. Make some doors there. I'll put some doors there as well. Actually, you know what? Don't worry about that. We need the hydrogen generator. We then need a smart battery. That can be gold. And then dig this and put that there. And then we'll actually want a power control station. So I think we dig this as well. And actually, I think we dig this because we're going to put a door here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Power control station. Make you out gold. No rocks? What is this? The series lab map? It really didn't have a lot. We've used all the igneous rock already on insulated tiles. Your stress is decreasing. That's good. You slipped, you fool. Right, so we're going to want to vent all the gas out here to start, and then come back to the hydrogen generator. Actually, you know what? That's kind of silly. Let's not do that. Do it like this. Then that automation plugs in here. And then that wire can go here. We probably are going to have to split this grid out, and I'll think about that later. In other news, let's also do the Geotuners, because we know they're going to need doing. So we could definitely fit all of them in here. So let's see what this actually looks like. Also, how much refined metal is this? It's a fair amount, but we do have a fair amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll need a little bit more refined metal for that. That's fine. I think we'll put floor lamps here. And then we'll put the conveyor stuff on the top. Something smells nice. Not sure what. Right, so... You know what? One lamp here would do, wouldn't it? But we can't actually do that because they're too far apart. Oh, whatever. We're not... This is fine. We'll have to think about what the wire looks like as well, but we'll need more refined metal first. I think what we do is we actually geotune the gold first before we even put the tamer on, because gold has such a low heat capacity, we can just frankly use the extra building material. And then what I'll do is I'll actually put a conveyor loader here. Ah, am I going to have enough metal for this? Possibly. We'll keep the conveyor rail to a minimum. So I think if we do that, then I can position this... We're going to need 2 sweepers, aren't we? We are going to need 2 sweepers for that room. This one can go... Oh, don't build it on Mercury. Right, can we priority 9 this just so we can get the rest of the Mercury dispensed? I would appreciate that. I think we'll definitely be in a position where we can probably send the pilot back today. It just depends on this geyser erupting, which it should do. It will erupt on cycle 976, I think. Oh, poor Sonia. At least you're de-stressing again. How's this looking? Oh, we got the reed fiber here. Great. So, who's doing this then? No one. I'm going to yellow alert this just to make sure that Sonia can get back in their suit. Yes, thank you. I think we can just keep the reed fiber here. Oh, right. Power, eh? Probably worth me disconnecting these just while we do this. Just make sure we actually get some power in here. Standing in a pile of metal. A little puddle. Oh, please empty this as well. Right, there you go. And now Sonia can get back in this. There you go. Does that mean you're going to get up and get in there? Let's actually deactivate you for now. No, get out of there. Yeah, there you go. Please equip this. Oh, you're going to take medicine, rest. Okay, you'll do that in your own time. That's fine. Whatever. As long as you don't scold yourself again, we'll be fine. Right, that means we need to re-plug this in. That's fine. I know I say this a lot, but I really love the fact that it's generating power and putting it into the power charger by rubbing these little carpet pads together. I like the sound it makes as well. Right, I've given you a lot of errands to do, so I should probably speed to it again, right? Actually, you know what we should do? We should send over an advanced medical booster again. So that someone can make gear balm. I think that would actually speed things up. I will get you to make one more medical booster. Looks like people haven't been idle here. That's good. We do have a regular puffed in here. They're just kind of hiding out. How is the... Oh, wait. What's up with you? Chlorine pressure is too high, eh? Okay, let's deal with that quickly. Good to see the temperature isn't too high, but we're still actually making the ceramic. Bubbles is on the way. Oh, are you... Oh, wow, look. We're actually successfully killing all of the floxes because this is too cold now. That's actually really good. I think that was actually the intent of this. Because we'll have a couple of extras over here, but not too many spares. That's good. Oh, we let the Dreco in. That's no good. Also, the chlorine level in here is getting pretty close to too high. Let's yellow alert you. I'm a little bit perplexed as to why the chlorine situation in here is not good. Hammer is on the way. There they are. I mean, that clearly hasn't actually fixed the issue. Meh. I'll come back later and do it. How are you looking? What's up with you? Oh, you've got loads of polluted oxygen here now? It's spreading. Well, I think I'm just going to keep letting these out then. Because I know there's no actual way that we're going to heat this up again. And there's no way we're going to stop the polluted water from off-gassing, because frankly it's not even really boiling down here now. Very interesting. How does Stixers looking? Stixers are looking good. Okay. That's fine. We built the power control station, that's good. So we want to make you out of... well... any gold... Actually, we want to make you out of mercury as well, don't we? Because then you don't melt. Isn't that kind of the whole point of this? Actually, I guess this isn't super urgent, is it? It's in the pod. Fertilizer, there you go. Right, I'm going to tell you to put the mercury here. Here and here. And then we could actually close this room. How's this going? We should be accumulating more metal throughout this whole process, so I think I could actually put the rest of this stuff in here now. We could start at least. So that could go there. Do I make one out of lead? Maybe. Should I put that right underneath the volcano? Let's actually just make some more lead wires. That's how we should do it. There you go. Right, let's seal this off. We do still have pure gas in here. That's good. So I don't actually need to vent this room because this is pure oxygen in here. So I'm going to yeah, that's all priority 9. That's fine. Still healing up. That's okay. This, we're just going to set to allow manual use and make it so that you're just refined phosphorus. Make you priority 9. That needs to go on a wire too. So, do I start? No, I don't start doing the wires yet. How much longer we got on this? We got 20 more cycles of cobalt. We got 33 more cycles of gold. Okay. That's fine. Ugh. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I think we'll definitely be done with this asteroid by cycle 1000. My main question on that will be what we do with the temporal tear and the meteors, because I'm not sure whether the meteors that the temporal tear summons are going to cause issues or not. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Right, so if you just build this vent, then we can start venting this whole arrangement. Also, we need to put mercury in here. We need to put liquid mercury here, and we'll keep these as priority 5. Seems good. Yeah, build this, please. We should end up with a medical booster here, too. Once we do, I will actually sort this out. Should I put some carpet tiles here? Would that be helpful? Okay, more cobalt's coming out. That's good. Put that here. Put that here. I could make some things out of steel, but no, we want to put the aquatuners in. In fact, I think this means I actually have to send more steel. How much steel do we have over here now? 8.5 tons. Good. We're making steel again. So that can be delivered over here. I think it just makes sense to have the 2 aquatuners like we've got in our general build. More steam, great, yep, The mercury is still going back and forth in here. Got a little more gold, but not much. Right, let's set these all to the gold volcano, because we can get these ones working right away. So we'll do these 5 as the gold volcano, and then these 5 as the cobalt volcano, I think. I love the noise that these geotuners make when you activate them. Each geyser is a different sound. Yeah, that's a laboratory, that's good. Okay, so I do actually need to build this wire. I'm gonna build it out of steel now. I know that sounds really bad, but we'll replace it later, right? And then this can go here. And then this could go here. We'll get it built first, and then we'll replace it. So, let's see. This sensor can go here. Then this sensor can go here. And then that can go here. Sure. Yeah, just build all of this, and then we can just at least start geotuning this volcano. Because there's enough mercury in here now. I think this could absorb a lot of the heat. I'm actually going to tell you not to build this one for now, just to make sure we can keep dissipating some of that gold heat before we put the turbine on it. And then let's actually priority this. Is there anything else I want to put here? Yeah, I could do these as well. I think I'm fine building all of this out of steel. We'll get the steel back. We just got to actually get it built. Don't build it out of mercury, though. We could probably dismantle some more lead tiles as well. All we have to do is actually go up here. The issue is, I feel like this is space exposure, isn't it? I think that one will be fine. I don't know. Let's leave it. I'm just getting impatient now. We're just gonna let the volcanoes erupt. Right, I think I can activate this now. So send green seal if above 0. Get this gas out of here. This should happen very quickly. There's practically no tiles to actually hold on to the gas. This may actually be a live vacuuming event where we watch the entire thing. That sounds fun, doesn't it? This gunk is not too cold yet, that's good. Yeah, look at that. World's quickest vacuuming session. You never stood a chance. Right, okay, so... now that means I could just cut this off. You put this in here. How cold is too cold? Cold enough to the point that gunk solidifies. But I can actually activate this now, can't I? Oh. Oh, I know what I need to do. There's one crucial step that I missed. Let's put a bottle drainer and fill it with random water from the map. That would be a good way to do it, wouldn't it? Then we can get this turned on immediately. And then I can hook up the hydrogen power, and then we can actually... we can probably think about starting to separate out the power grid a little bit. And then what we can do as well is we can auto pump the water out of here. Because we really don't want water in here. I don't think. Maybe. Right, in any case, this looks like it's practically ready. But Mr. Lonely needs to work on this. Yeah, these all need to be priority 9, I think. And then... do we have more metal? We have a tiny bit more metal. We can do that, but then we need some wires. Did we actually build the wires? We did. Okay, that's good. Oh, this wire needs to come in here. Okay. You're gonna erupt any minute. Oh, Mr. Lonely, you're killing me. It's because you're on break. Ah, whatever, that's fine. Get it out of here. Wait, what do you mean we can't grab this gold? Oh, well. Yeah, that makes sense. What's going on? You can get in here. Or is that gold all queued up for something else? Oh, it's all queued up for these things. Okay, sure. I'll allow it. I'm gonna need the conveyor to wrap around here a little bit. In fact, you know what? Let's actually just do it like this. That seems good to me. And then we can just put another auto sweeper over here. You guys are all okay from a radiation point of view now, right? Yeah, seems good. I'm glad our gunk dumping operation has been handled this entire time by the cold mercury. That's good. Right. So the SPOM's ready, we just need some water in here. Wait for it to load and then we'll put the priority on 9. Come on. Okay, that is on 9. We have a lot of things on 9 now. Okay, good. You're actually doing the geotuning. That's fantastic. Right, cancel this. This reminds me of that meme video. We could we could do this as the thumbnail, maybe. It's a little messy, but oh, I don't know. I think I'd rather have the volcano rooms sorted out first. At least you're actually going to erupt with more gold now. That's good. Yeah, you're practically done. That's good. You can get Sonia back on their feet. Sonia is the builder, so she would be really helpful right now, wouldn't she? We got meteor showers. Okay. They're bumping all the payloads around. I do find it amusing that all the payloads get bumped around. Oh, and we're actually landing more too? That's funny. Glass, steel, the advanced medical boosters in there as well. Good. Sure, we'll figure it out. They are doing a lot of stuff, it's just mostly sort of down here, so it's kind of gradual. Yeah, eat your rad pills. Actually, how's your radiation doing now? It's pretty low, but it'll get higher again because we're grabbing more payloads. You're out of cobalt? Well, that's not going to be for very long. Where are you going? You're going up here to grab Cinnabar. Fair enough. Right, so you... There. You made the drainer out of friggin' mercury? Oh my god. Yeah, that was gonna happen, wasn't it? Oh, and now all the mercury is... well, whatever, I don't care. Wait, we're pumping mercury. No! Oh, beans. Right, okay, hold on. That was really not supposed to happen. Right. God damn it. Right. Build this first, please. Do we have any more gold for building with? We do have a little bit. I need to put this one here, I think. Okay, I'll think about that more a bit later. Didn't do a diligent enough job making sure there's exactly 0 mercury available for construction. Indeed. It's on me. Oh, I didn't want mercury gas in here. I just want water in here. Overheating. What's going on here? Why use 600-degree liquid reservoir? We probably had a random regolith meteor land there or something. The water is not too hot. Okay. Am I just gonna rebuild you? Am I just gonna let you break? There's hardly any liquid in here. Just gonna let you break, maybe. If I actually just do this. Oh, no, I've actually done this in such a way where I actually need to keep it connected. Oh, I see what's happened. The power banks here have exploded because water got on them. That's why this is so hot. It's actually cooled down a bit now, though. That's interesting. I see. No regolith, just exploding power banks. We've got a lot of steam here now. Okay. We should probably put a storage somewhere for power banks. You know what? I'm just going to put them here for now. Is that wise? I don't know. How are you doing? We need to empty you of gunk again. A little. I think so. Stuff's mostly back to normal now. Right, you are now here. This is good. So we need to put water in here so we can run the SPOM. Enable auto bottle. Frankly, I'm actually very tempted to 50-50 this at the moment just to make sure that we're dumping the water in here that we desperately need. So, actually cancel this. We'll do this. We'll do that. Oh, but I gotta vent that bit first. That's a lot of steam. Well, that will all condense, but that's mildly scary. At least you're wearing your suit now, right? Yes, good. Copy you over. And then that probably means more metal, right? Yeah, good. Okay, keep building more cobalt. Not more mercury. It's just a little steam, it's fine. Right, so now we're pumping water into here. That should be enough to condense the mercury, right? And then we can pump some actual water into the SPOM to get it to work. This should condense all of the mercury. And then... we got sour gas. Great. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why have we got sour gas in here? We didn't mean for this. I've invoked it. Probably need steel for that, right? Did I just tell you not to build this out of steel? Probably. Build you out of lead. I'm sure this metal situation will be improved by the addition of yet more geotuning. Right, you're still slightly too hot, but you are actually cooling down, so I don't think this is going to be an issue, after all. I should probably make these, like, metal tiles, shouldn't I? Now that I think about it. So that they do actually melt the snow. Right, so we have water in the pipe, that's going there. This is active. It was disabled by the automation grid because... Did I make this wire out of something stupid? I really didn't build that single segment of wire? That's just weird. Okay, well, whatever, we'll just do this. That's very weird. Right. Okay, look. Stop pumping now. I'm gonna sweep all of this up. You're gonna erupt in 3.7 cycles, so that's fine. And then we're gonna have to get all the gas out of here again. I'm just gonna build this with a regular gas thing. This should vent quickly enough that this won't be an issue. Oh, also, the gas is cold enough now, this shouldn't be an issue. Good. That's the actual correct answer. Right, you need to be set to the gold volcano as well. I guess I'm going to cancel all of this. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, God. You know what? That's actually fine. We'll put the Geotuner back in a minute. I just need to actually build these wires. That's okay. Then the rest of these can be set to the cobalt volcano. The phosphorus is on the conveyor. The mercury is still here at least, that's good. So... let's just actually deconstruct this pipe now. And then sweep up the rest of that mercury. Then we'll pump the sour gas out of here. Wait! Wait. Put the sour gas in the canister. And then I don't actually have to vent it onto the map. Very good. Let's do that. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. You guys do like building pipes, that's good. What I want to do today is get this geotuned. That's the main thing. Because once we have enough bleach stone to geotune this, processing this will be very easy. We can get rid of this liquid pump. Because the aim is to not have to use a desalinator at all. Because by using the Geotuner, we are getting more water out, and it's less power. But yeah, you do actually need to build this wire. And then we should see hydrogen. Good. Looks like we dumped a bit more mercury in here. That's not good. We had one wrong pipe segment of mercury. Is that going to break this machine? I feel like the answer is very possible. If it does, I'm going to be very annoyed. The answer is yes. Okay. Right, so... turn this off. Now the oxygen is floating up here. Right, okay. Right, okay. We'll get in this way, I guess. Stupid. I mean, the good news is this will still be oxygen. But this needs to go in here instead. I guess we can vent the room. But no, there's no point doing that. So turn you off. What's the actual plan going to be with this then? There's too much liquid to actually sweep either of these. Can I just put some gunk in here? Is that the plan? How hot is this? Maybe that would work. If we put too much gunk in here, it's just not going to actually do anything. I think I may actually have to let this liquid out and start again. That's irritating. That means that gunk's probably going to freeze as well, doesn't it? Well, that's annoying. That's going to take some time to fix. You're overheating now? That's fine. I don't care if you're overheating. I mean, I suppose I kind of do care. Now that we're actually geotuning this volcano, we're going to have a lot more heat in here. I think we're just going to have to put a non-gunk liquid on this. What other liquids do we even have? Petroleum, right? We have a bottle of petroleum somewhere. No, we boiled the petroleum into sour gas. That would have been very handy. Oh, we could just put salt water in here when this erupts. But that would be kind of lame. Oh, what am I talking about? We just put regular water in here, right? I think I'm going to have to remove this and actually dump some ice or dump some water in here that way. I think that is what I'll do. There's enough mercury in here, this should work. So I'm just going to seal this up again. We'll put water as the top bit. A non-gun click about how will dupes cope without walking through their own waste. Well, they won't be walking in this bit. So why don't you count as a... Oh, you never built the doors. I guess that would be useful, wouldn't it? Right, let's put a mesh tile here. And then I could just put a vent here for now. And then we can disconnect that pretty quickly. So what I can actually do is I could do this. Yeah, let's just Priority 9 build all of that. Yeah. We can build the Geotuner here now as well. And then that can go there. And then we're not far off actually finishing off all of the Geotuner infrastructure. So that could go here. Geotuning this cobalt volcano is a little bit risky. But it's gonna go dormant soon, so we may as well... Oh, hold on. I want you to build the mesh tile first. This is what we get for not having a plumbing dupe here. Right, we are at least filling the canister filler with sour gas. That's good. Oh, you're the wrong dupe to build this yet again. Yeah, you're building all that. That's good. What about... Yeah, we still don't have any more refined metal for that. Okay, I'll put the vent back in now. One pipe segment's worth should do. And then we'll have to vent all this gas again. And we'll have to rebuild the hydrogen thing. Okay. Right. There we go. That should do, provided this is warm enough to not freeze the water. That's going to be the main issue, isn't it? So, that vent pipe is active, so I can just flip this once we rebuild the tile. And then we can get that gas out of there. Right, okay, so above 0. Now vent the room. At least the room should vent very quickly. I think the room will vent quickly enough that the water won't freeze. We can try it anyways. And yeah, there's definitely enough mercury for this to work. Right, and then let's actually put the hydrogen generator on here as well. Beginning to think I actually need to insulate this. You know, let's make that priority 9. That doesn't necessarily need to work right away. Oh, I'm not so convinced anymore. It's cooling down very quickly. Maybe we can get this to work. It's gonna be very, very close. Right. Okay, so what we do now is we take this, we shove it here. I don't mind laying a little bit of oxygen into this. Right, there we go. Now we flip this on. And that should generate some heat and get this running. Right? Yes. Okay. Well, that's kind of balanced on a nice edge, isn't it? This is why I usually insulate these, but I thought we need the rock for other things. I think this should work. Yeah, this is getting hot enough now. That's good. Okay, so set you to 1,000. Set you to 2,000. Yeah. Oh, we have some shrubbery in here? Well, that's going to have to stay there then. And now we're dumping water into that. So, ultimately what we'll do is... we don't need the liquid pump to run in here anymore. This is now a vacuum. We need to sweep up the mercury in here. We don't have any more issues with that. And then this pipe can just connect... well... I want a bridge if I'm going to half and half it, but that won't really work either. We probably don't necessarily actually need the vent in here, do we? Let's cut this off. I'll put that here. And then what I'll do is I'll tell these steam turbines not to run if the pressure is too low. So that can be made out of tungsten. Don't make this yellow with that. And then that can go in here. Then let's priority 9 that generator. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. This should definitely stay warm enough. We continuously fill this with water, which I think we are actually doing. Because I think we've melted enough ice now that we can do this. And we can auto bottle it from here too. That's good. But you're still overheating, really? The air is so hot, yeah. Okay. That's nearly done, so let's set this to the cobalt volcano as well. And then we need a little bit more metal. This volcano is erupting now. We're not currently geotuned. We will be soon. I think I am going to have to keep an eye on this, but maybe it'll be alright. Right, let's have a look at relative temperature. So, green is just above freezing. Yeah, very hot over here. This phosphorus is no longer actually melting or solidifying. That's slightly scary. So send green signal if above, let's say 2 kilograms. Seems reasonable. Oh, right. We want to keep a certain amount of steam in here, so let's set this to like 3,000. Actually, you know what? Let's set it to 5,000. Just to make sure that the Bleach Stone hopper doesn't actually off-gas. So actually, let's set you to 0 for now. Because we need this room to fill up with steam before we do anything else. It's a lot of steam. Well, we're just melting the ice. What can I say? Right, so now we're actually filling this with oxygen. That's good. So now the dupes actually have local oxygen. Which means we can probably actually send the rocket back. Be fine. Actually, you know what? Let's put cinnabar ore specifically on the payloads. Because we don't need it on this asteroid. That's fine. Right. Yeah, you're getting geotuned. You need to be set to the cobalt volcano as well. And then we have metal again now, so let's put some more of these in here. And then the wire can go here. And then deconstruct that. And there's still probably a little bit too much stuff going on with this wire. Now what I could do is just disconnect this altogether, because we should have enough hydrogen in here to run this now. So that will help. Yeah. That's fine. We'll let the hydrogen accumulate in there, and then if we need it for anything else, we'll do something with that. We have actually got used power plant here. Is Cinnabar needed anywhere? No, we'll just use it here. Just keep it all in one place. We'll need more metal ore for something. Right, well, we've ended up with a load of steam in here. I could put some tiles here. If you do that quickly enough, then we might actually just have this already be a steam room. I don't care about the little blob of carbon dioxide. That would be really helpful, but I'm not sure this is actually going to cooperate like I wanted to. How about we make you priority 8? That should work. And then I guess we could set up the cobalt volcano first. Yeah, I'm happy with this now. You're overheating. Yeah, okay. Disable auto repair on this. Ah, you're repairing the wire. It's no good. Can I just say, I wish the game would set auto... I wish there was a setting in the game where you could set it to automatically not repair anything and waste the resources, because automatically repairing stuff is literally the only way you waste resources in this game. Unless they're consumables. Also, what else were we doing here? We were supposed to get more steel. Oh, that's right. I have to actually take the steel out of our buildings once we get more of the other refined metals back, so we can build our thermo aquatuners. That's fine. I'll definitely need to put some more mercury here, but that's... Oh, the mercury's going to get in here and form a friggin' thing again, isn't it? Would gunk be better? I don't know. Did we get the medical booster out? No. Okay, we do actually need to go and get some of these payloads out. So let's do that at some point. Yeah, do that. We're going to have a bit of a pain trying to get to these payloads. I think if we just get a tiny little drip of mercury, it should be good. Let's relocate a mercury blob here. We haven't got any small bottles. Maybe this will do. I feel like it wouldn't cause any issues if repair was freer than labor, particularly seeing as it's free if you manage to micro anyways, yeah. There's some wonkiness for sure. And we've got 10 tiles here, so yeah, we can't put a tile here. We need that to be steam turbine access. Okay, let's relocate this here and here. While we've got the convenient situation. You could be set to cobalt as well. Okay. Do I want more than one canister filler down here? I mean, I could very easily put one here. And then we can just dig to that. That's fine. There you go. Right, please empty this and see what happens. That didn't quite work. I think the mercury just got pushed to the side. Okay, that worked. Let's try again with the mercury. Relocate this bottle in here. Because this temperature isn't actually hot enough to boil mercury. Which is why I think this might actually work. Be out of cobalt. Okay, sure. Make this out of gold then. And then let's go back to the overlay for metals. And then wherever we have the steel wire, let's replace it with gold. This is going to be very annoying, I could tell. We could do these. We just need to make sure we have enough steel again for the thermo aquatuner. Because I think if we don't thermo aquatune this cobalt volcano soon, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Okay. You're out of cinnabar ore. I'm not 100% sure about that. Iron ore. Then you empty the mercury here. Oh, have you let some gas back in here now? Not yet. You need to build this urgently. Okay, the mercury is going down here now. I think I need to sweep this water up and then try again. Sorry, I'm giving you guys a load of random errands now. Okay, empty the water. And then sweep that. I thought we'd just sweep this. Mercury is one of those annoying things where you sweep it and then it immediately just turns into a puddle again. Right, do that. Because its temperature fluctuates so much because of its low heat capacity and high conductivity. It's very easy to accidentally have it at the wrong temperature. Right, empty this. And then I can vacuum that, and that should be fine. And the carbon dioxide should eventually not be an issue. I don't mind that it's full of carbon dioxide. Right, you formed a vacuum there. That's actually good. I think this is what we wanted. Okay. So that's ready. We're almost at the point where we have enough steel. Because we've actually managed to grab some payloads. That's good. So let's dig this. Then we can get in here and grab some more mercury. And then we can dig that, and then we should be able to get around to a lot of these. Sure. You're going to erupt in 1.9 cycles. That's okay. Oh, you need sensors. That's true. Right, let's make these out of gold. Oh, actually, you need to go here, don't you? I think this should be fine. It's not overly elegant, but I think it works. Okay, and then put you here. Okay, right. I think we've got to leave these 5 dupes here for a while, even though we now actually should be completely self-sufficient on this asteroid. With just the 2 dupes. I think we just want the dupe labor to get stuff done faster. I hope that we actually manage to find that booster at some point as well. That being said, actually, we should be able to make our own microchips, right? Perhaps we actually just put our own booster manufacturing here. That might even be quicker. Building's broken. That's fine for now. I guess we've got a long way to go to grab all this metal. Okay, right, let's see. We do have a fair bit of time left. I think we can get one of these tamers done today, and we have actually got the steel now. So let's actually have a look at the video. And again, I'll paste the link in chat so you can see this is our metal volcano tamer build. Let's see exactly what this is going to look like. I'm going to have to mirror it. But that's fine. Oh, I was going to use liquid uranium, wasn't I? For this. I could payload over some uranium. Is that really necessary for a cobalt volcano? Well, what we could do is we could... Let's have a think. We can put the tile here for now. So let's make this... Probably not cobalt, right? Let's make it a steel tile. Then the aqua tuner can go over here. Oh, whoops. Right, okay, there we go. We've got a good screenshot of it now. It's probably going to look a little bit different than what we did. Just because it's going to be mirrored, but that's fine. So the thermal aqua tuner is going to go here. Pipe element sensor... Pipe thermo sensor, not the element sensor. That can go here. We could probably payload over some uranium, but that might take a while. There's also a smart battery I want to put in here. That might be tricky. I could probably put it up here. Put some obsidian tiles here, then we can put the smart battery here. Yeah, because of the neutronium, I think I'm going to have to arrange this slightly oddly. But that's fine. Let's also put the steam turbines in. Wait, we don't have enough plastic? Oh man, we gotta sort this payload situation out, I think. I mean, at least the steam is behaving, but I'm probably gonna have to dump some more ice in here just to make sure this doesn't all completely go crazy. Perhaps, actually, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's actually just put a dispenser in here. And just put ice in here for now, because I'm sure we dug up a load of ice. Did you actually do the errand? No. These Geotuners all need to be on priority 9 for operation. There you go. Yeah, we need more steam in here, otherwise it's just going to get too hot. At least it's all contained by the mercury. So let's put a door here. That way we can restrict access as well. We'll need the conveyor loader, we'll need the conveyor meter. We'll need a thermosensor to actually operate the steam turbines as well. Need a bit more steel. Ice do we have? Let's add this to the list. We have 230 tons of ice. Good. That will be very helpful. What are your current errands? Please tell me you're not actually going around and fixing all of these wires.
Been established.
It was established, wasn't it?
Hi, Quantum Zari. Fish cam activate. Boop. There we go. I'm become fish. Hope you're doing well. I am definitely doing well. We've set up a few things so far. We've set up a SPOM. This was a right pain, but we've warmed it up enough now that we're getting it to work with the liquids we want. We've got our Geotuners ready for when this erupts. What we're going to have to do with this is we're actually going to have to start with, we're going to have to pump the salt water into the desalinator. And then we'll get some salt out, and then we can actually start running the bleach hopper. We're going to have to actually dump some heat in here, I think. Make sure this room doesn't fill up with chlorine. Because we need to get the bleach stone. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's put, this should be fine, right? If I make it out of gold. No, no, it does need to be made out of steel in here as well. Interesting. Yeah, there's a few steps left before we can get this running with the Geotuners. It's interesting. The liquid pipe is broken. What? Why? Oh, the gunk is all freezing in the pipe. Oh. Well, that's not very good. Yeah, we're having a good day, but there's some challenges for sure that we're trying to solve. Right. First things first, let's just start dumping some ice in here. Just like normal ice, please. Interesting how there's just a turn off button here. There's disable building, and then there's turn off. That's weird. I think perhaps we should just let the dupes catch up with their current errands first. While we're accumulating more metal. Okay, we've got some more steel. Ooh!
Hello, I've been slowly working my way through Sour Gas or Bust on you, and wanted to come support. I'm about 25 episodes back, I think. Really enjoying it.
Thank you so much, T-Goat. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm really glad that you've been enjoying Sour Gas or Bust on YouTube. This is definitely my longest series now. That's not questionable. I'm really pleased we've actually managed to get as far as we have, and everything's running really well. Like, this colony is huge, and obviously it's kind of taxing my computer a little bit more than my colonies normally do. But it's really helped me grow, I think, as an Oxygen Not Included player as well. I've learned a lot of neat tricks and tips from this run. Zayrik is currently scolding. Why? You should be in a suit. You are in a suit. Oh, you were literally just running through the molten gold. That's fine. But thank you so much. The jungle juice finally got boiled. It did. I'll try and not spoil too much about what's going on the other asteroids, because we're focused on series today. But essentially, just to very quickly summarize series, we just have a couple of metal volcanoes here, and we have a saltwater vent. So I realized we could set up a perfectly sustainable base here, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. It's just more metal for construction later. And frankly, I just wanted to come here and open the temporal tear as well, because we've literally never done that. So yeah, we're having fun. We're geotuning these volcanoes perhaps a bit earlier than we should. Oh, this needs to be sweep only. It's true. But yeah, it's going well. And thank you very much. 100% of the revenue generated by this channel goes back into the channel. We're currently saving up to get me a desktop computer, and I still need to figure out the logistics behind that. But we're getting pretty close to the amount of money I wanted to spend on that. I think, to be honest, I've got some real life things I need to figure out before I actually buy the desktop computer. Such as, where am I actually going to put it in my room? Because I've got a lot of floor space taken up by aquarium stuff now. And I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. You're overheating. That's fair. You should probably be steel. We made all the liquid valves out of steel. Equally, I'm pretty concerned about this heat. Because we need the God Volcano for the actual building material too. Should I start sweeping up ice? That would probably be a good plan, wouldn't it? So, how about liquefiable ice? Anything that's near to the volcano, please sweep that up and put it in here. Maybe we could do something similar over here? I don't know. I worry that they're doing a load of repair errands now instead of what they're supposed to be doing. Maybe they're not doing that. The wire is still overloading a little bit as well. What bottle filler is overheating? This one. I think I'm beginning to reach a point where I need to insulate this. Let's do it. Aquarium desktop build when? Free water cooling for the computer and a water heater for the fish. IRL only project. I've talked about that a lot in real life with my colleagues and friends. And I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. What I did actually think about was... So I've got my filter pump combined thing in the cabinet. Underneath the tank. And now that we've added the chiller... I probably need a bit more of a powerful filter. And what I was thinking, perhaps, was actually running the old filter just on a closed loop past a cooling element that I have near the laptop. But I don't think the thermal conductivity of that would be very good unless it was, like, welded directly to the heatsink or something. And at that point, it stops being a laptop. So, I've thought about it, but I think the best answer is actually just to better ventilate my laptop. Also, what's going on with Fast Track? Is Fast Track getting updated anytime soon, or is that redundant now with the new update? I don't really know. Also, I did do some more research, and apparently water-cooled laptops do exist, but they have to be made specifically for it. This is going to keep overheating no matter what, isn't it? Am I going to have to make this steel too? I think so. Yeah, we're starting to get into kind of silly territory with this now. Oh no, you've been putting the ice in the wrong container. That's no good. Let me just select you then. Yeah, now you can actually put the ice in here. Is that just going to sublimate immediately? No. It probably will once the volcano erupts again. Good that Fast Track needs a lot of rewriting due to performance updates. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh no! The lights! Who turned out the lights? They're all overheating. Oh god, okay. That's not good. Okay, perhaps we shouldn't have geotuned this. We're playing with fire here. We're kind of playing with fire here a little. Okay, that's a lot of ice. The good thing is, because we're on the frozen asteroid, it's very quick for me to move a very large amount of water. Yeah. Nobody could have seen this coming. Yes, exactly. Completely unpredictable hazard. But at least we should end up with a room full of steam by the time we actually build all these insulated tiles, right? Yes, Mercury does not turn out to be a very good heat sink. Yeah, keep unpacking all the steel. There are more payloads up here. We can keep accessing these payloads. I have been sending a lot of it over because I knew we were going to need a lot of it. But this is going to be annoying either way. That should do. There's a couple up here, but I think we can actually grab most of these. I mean, also, at least we've actually built another power source, so... For now... Oh, I'm kind of tempted to plug this back in. We have a lot of hydrogen stored in here now, right? Yeah, we do. Can I go back and plug this in? I'll leave that wire there. At least we have oxygen. We have backup power. Because if these really do actually run out, then I'll just run off the hydrogen for a bit. I'll make sure that we tune this as well. We're going to need a bit more material to actually build this with. We're going to need some of the plastic out of the payloads. How much ice is that now? That's 10 tons of ice. I think that'll be good enough. Let's leave that for now. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do something similar over here. Do I want a ladder up here just so we can get in this room from this end? Or is that going to be a bit silly? I think the reality is I need to actually make sure... I'm going to build these out of granite as well because I'm out of igneous rock. I'm going to have to make sure that we actually get up here. So maybe we'll just do something like this. And then we'll dig this out. And then we'll open this up from this end. But let's actually put a ladder in here so we can get in here. And then I'll build that tile. And then we should have a load of steam in there ready to go. We'll need to put the mercury liquid lock on this as well. Okay. So the pitcher pump is broken, that's fine. Right, we've rebuilt the lamps, so that's good. But this one's gonna break in a second, that's not good. Okay. Are there any more steel items down here that I can actually just not have be steel for now? I mean, there is the Bleach Stone hopper, but we're going to want that eventually anyways, aren't we? You're about to erupt, that's fine. Let's go back to the metal overlay. Looks like we replaced most of the steel wire here. Oh, that's a steel tile. Does that need to be a steel tile? Probably not, right? That could be obsidian. Keep looking. That probably does all need to be steel eventually. Oh! You shouldn't be steel. You should be gold. Seems fine, right? You just have to get in here and actually grab this gold very quickly. Can I actually yellow alert this to make sure that you do it? You know what I think would be interesting? If you could get it so that multiple dupes could work on constructing or deconstructing the same building at once. I would be very interested to see that. Right, I need to replace you urgently. The good news is we are actually unpacking a load of payloads of steel, so we can start replacing a lot of this. Still haven't found that thing. We have a load of microchips. Can I actually priority 9 tinker this? Wait, did I send microchips over? That feels like an odd thing to send over. Oh. I'm gonna need you to come in here and grab the gold before you build this. You're overloading now? Yeah, I don't like all the overloading. But we kind of gotta do it while we're actually not using these things properly. Okay, you're indeed trapped in here. So, what are we gonna do about that? Bottle emptier mercury, right? Gotta make sure there's no mercury on the floor. Actually, if we've got to make sure there's no mercury on the floor... Give me a good old bottle of mercury, like a big one. 19 kilograms, that'll do. Put that here. We can get Mr. Friend out, that's fine. Mr. Lonely. Mr. Friend. Hi, I'm Mr. Friend. We've got 89 seconds left on the Salt Water Geyser. Well, that's fine. We don't have to geotune it yet. Get the salt first, and then we'll think about it later. Right, so these are powering back up. That's good. Right, let's empty the mercury. We obviously need to put more ice in here. That needs to be like a big priority. The good news is we have ice. And we have ice here too. So I'm confident we can solve this problem. But Mr. Lonely might be in trouble. Right, mercury go brr. The mercury is all immediately freezing against the ice. Okay. Good. This ice is not quite cold enough to freeze the mercury. So that means we can at least remove this. And then the ice can get relocated here. And then let's priority 9 build these. He's just like, help me! Oh, it's alright, you'll be fine. Oh, great, the mercury's in here just in time to boil into a gas. Good. Right, put the ice down here as well. Put this ice down here. I'm gonna relocate you urgently too. There you go. How quickly does ice melt in molten gold? Quite quickly. That's good. Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't really want this mercury getting any hotter. This hot is probably fine. Any hotter than that, and I think it would start causing issues. Oh, there's the steam. There's the steam. Yep. Okay. Oh. The mercury is doing things. Things and stuff. Oh, that's fine. We've got our vacuum in here now. Nope. Oh. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans, but I think this is okay. Provided that you build these tiles first, I think we'll be in a good position. Right, you're overheating. Okay, that makes sense. Because you're cinnabar. You should be steel too. I'm very glad that we payloaded over more steel, otherwise this would be very, very hard. Right, ice is melting. It's taken a little while, but that's okay. The temperature of this room is currently under control. We got some regular-ass water in here, that's fine. I'm not going to bother sweeping up random liquids in here. Actually, oh, the dupes are in suits. This is fine. Yeah. Do not actually repair this. So, this is going to start running. Right, the mercury lamps are running again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in here. And then I'm actually going to disconnect this and this. Because I think we could just run off of the mercury lamps again now. Right, please continue to fix this. Got a large amount of steam in here now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a dispenser here. And then we're going to put more... Also, these don't overheat. Isn't that weird? We'll put more ice in here and then that should solve most of the issue. But we are going to need a little bit more ice. Let's go. This ice still isn't melting here. It's weird. I'll build the aquatuner for this room as well. This is all just going to be together. Now, if you're not geotuning this, you can just run it with a self-cooled steam turbine. And even if you are geotuning it, you can technically run it with 2 self-cooled steam turbines. But I didn't quite have the room here. I mean, we kind of had room, but like, not really. So I'm gonna hook it up with the thermo aquatuner. I think it's technically more power efficient to do this. We do have the steel. Obviously, everything in this room can get made out of gold. I think that one will just plug in there. You need to be set to ice 9 and then sweep only. But not at the moment, because we actually have enough ice in here now. Oh, we have a single blob of oxygen here? Really? Well, that's just rude. Some kind of situation here going. Oh, you're still dumping more ice in here. Priority 1 for now. Right, so we have salt water in here. The desalinator is running. This isn't going to consume an awful lot of water, so it might take a while before we actually get our first lot of salt out of this. It is also a saltwater... It's a saltwater vent, not a brine vent, so again, the amount of salt is going to be limited. How am I going to get this room full of steam? We could just try moving all of the metal over here. That could work. We don't have a lot of hot metal. The cobalt probably stands more of a chance than the gold. Aluminium's fine. Yeah, you know what? Don't bother with the ice for now. We'll I think we have enough ice. The issue is now going to be heating it up, but the volcano will take care of that. I'm going to tile this so we can make this a vacuum as well. Why are you condensing off of this? Oh, it's because the gold is hot. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Right, this should start heating up the salt water. We should get some steam in here. Will that actually be enough? That is a lot of hot metal. But I think that's going to condense off of everything else for a little bit. Payloading over some salt might have been the play. And then we could have got this running a bit faster. But I think we're just going to have the issue. We need to have some steam in here no matter what before we get this started. Oh, right. Gas pump. Get rid of this. I'm probably just going to get rid of this altogether, actually. Yeah. And then, yeah, pressure in here. You know what? Let's actually set this to below 0. I don't want these steam turbines to activate at the moment. I just want the steam. Oh, that gives us the salt as well. Okay, that's great. Yeah, actually boiling this. Why was I running the desalinator? I mean, true, we did need some pump water for the SPOM. That's true. But this was definitely quicker. Right, let's get this running. Let's get this running now. In fact, actually, we want the auto sweeper here, don't we? Oh, we need 2 auto sweepers in here. That's kind of awkward. Maybe I need to move this over here a little bit. I think that's what we do. You know what? Don't worry about that yet. Just run it for now manually. And I don't mind if we pump a mixture of salt water and regular water in here. That's actually fine. The important thing is that we can actually geotune this. Oh, one more issue. Oh, right, we just need the... We need an auto sweeper in here to grab the stuff from here. Right, I'm going to put a steel auto sweeper in here. And also, I'm going to tile this so that we don't get any random lumps of bleach stone in here that we can't grab. And then this is going to hook up here. And then what I need to do is I need to put a loader in. And that's probably just going to go here, right? Make that out of steel. And then I could just put a conveyor receptacle in here. And then that can just go in here. And then that way the bleach stone will definitely not off-gas anywhere else. But that needs to be built very quickly. Well, maybe not. There's a lot of heat left in this cobalt. You're about to erupt any minute. That's fine. I'll actually be very impressed if we get this fully working today with the Geotuner. We still obviously have to actually set up the volcano tamers, but so long as we're still actually grabbing the metal in the interim, I'm not too fussed about that. Remove that too. Power banks are also still going well, so that's good. Yeah, you're erupting again. That's good. You're depowered. Oh, you are actually running for a second. But I need to... Yeah, that's running separately there now. There's a lot of things hooked up together. I'm going to have to actually deactivate some of the power bank charges for this, I think. I think what we do is this. We run a power bank charger off of the hydrogen. Yeah, because that's 1200 watts now. We could definitely do this. Actually, I'm very tempted to tile this and then actually hook up these power bank chargers with it as well. I think that would be a good plan. But let's make that priority 8 for now. This has to be done first. Okay, we're running the Bleach Stone hopper. That's good. You should not be getting chlorine anywhere. Oh, you probably will if someone actually wants to run this. The machine is still running, though. It's going to take a little minute to actually make some Bleach Stone. Right, so you need to load up Bleach Stone into here. So, sublimators. Bleach Stone. Can we put mercury in the sublimators category? Is that too much to ask? I feel like you should not be putting mercury in most buildings. In most storages by default. Alright, I'm going to set these to priority 8. But I think we're in a pretty good spot now. There's going to be surely liquefiables. Yeah, that's true. The reason I said sublimators is because I want it to not be the standard thing that you sweep up and you sweep everything else up. Because most, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe liquefiables should go in the non-standard thing as well. I think that's actually what the answer is. Okay, look, we're actually getting the Bleach Stone out. That's good. Right, so Bleach Stone is now going to go in here. This room's in a vacuum. And then all of the chlorine should be contained in this room. Yeah, see? Chlorine is a great insulator, so that shouldn't cause any problems with this. I don't mind that a little bit of the chlorine is being wasted on this. You're full of 10 kilograms. That's not a lot. That is not a lot, but I think this will end up being enough overall. Take liquefiables out of standard and move solid methane to liquefiables. Yes. Also, solid gunk. Right? That should be a thing. You should not be grabbing any Bleach Stone. I think this should actually... I probably need to tell the dupes not to run around in here. Hello, Carrie, actually. How are you? What are you up to? Oh, we had some off-gas. Oh, the chlorine hangs out at the bottom. That's fine. I'm going to make this allow manual use and make it priority 9. There should be no circumstance where you're putting Bleach Stone in these things manually. I mean, I don't really mind if they're going to let a tiny little bit of chlorine out, but, like... You should be letting this run. Generally speaking. What's the situation with this? Where is all the salt appearing? It's appearing on these 3 tiles. I think I actually... Okay, here's what we do. I think we actually need... two auto sweepers. One here and one here. That way this sweeper can grab all the salt and put it in here. And this sweeper can grab all of the bleach stone and put it in here. That's kind of really unfortunate. Because we've got a 10 wide room. But that's not the end of the world. It's a little bit janky though. This meat is not refrigerated anymore, which is a shame, because otherwise it would be very well stored, I guess. But yeah, we're on the series fragment, Carrie. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. We're being a little bit irresponsible geotuning our volcanoes before we've set up an actual tamer for them. But that's fine. We're trying to get it to the point where we're actually running the Geotuners. We haven't got quite enough bleach stone for them yet. Oh. This was supposed to be the receptacle. Well, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Oh! This needs to flip the other way. My bad. I need to tile this. And no, I don't need to tile this. I just need to rotate it the other way. Irresponsible volcanoes? Never. Yeah, exactly. We've just been letting our Geotuned gold volcano erupt into our mercury pool. And to be fair, at the time, we just wanted to keep it as a liquid. And that kind of worked. But I was getting to the point where it was like cooking the entire base. So, perhaps not. And then here's all of our metal volcano Geotuners. Right. Oh, you picked up all the bleach stone and put it in the conveyor loader now. That's not ideal. Right. Let's see. This needs to go here, which is very unsatisfying. I guess it does save us some metal. So please do this. That's fine. So we've got a lot of steam in here now. This is good. But we just need to make sure this is geotuned like at least once, and then we should be fine. You're out of salt. Okay. I'm quite impressed though, because we've never partially geotuned a Salt Water Geyser before. We've always done it to like the full degree, and then we've supplemented it with bleach stone from somewhere else. But if you partially geotune it, you should have enough bleach stone from the geyser itself to run the Geotuners. That's my hypothesis anyways. Our steel aqua tuner is overheating. That's terrifying. This ice needs to melt. I mean, the gold's gonna erupt any minute, right? So that should help, right? No? Oh. Gonna erupt in 1 minute. I'm beginning to think we actually just need to make temperature plates in here. Okay, alright, I will tell you to make ice temperature plates in here. But I won't be very happy about it. We just need to get the temperature down in here first. Right, you are actually delivering the bleach stone to this now. That's good. Produces some amount of salt on its own, so there's some level of geotuning sustainable. Yes. I think 2 geotuners. Because with brine geysers, you can usually max geotune them. Fine. With saltwater geysers, I think it's less, because you get twice as much liquid, but a quarter of the salt. So I think 2 geotuners should be reasonable. I think this is a pretty low output volcano, though. So I'm not holding my breath. We need to run these as well. What do you mean low priority? I mean, the cobalt's still hot, so this should still keep boiling. And the chlorine stays on the bottom, so it's not actually the end of the world. There's a little bit of chlorine in here. How many geotuners do you need to have it work with steam turbines? 2. 2 will get it running at 135 degrees C. Also, I did actually just turn these off for now, but we'll do that out later. I do think I want the vent in here eventually, but I think I actually just have to put this here first. Also, I've realized this is probably going to waste a lot of power on the auto sweepers as well. I think I actually need to set these up on a cycle sensor. Because they're only going to need to run occasionally. I think what I want them to do is I want them to let the salt build up and then actually dump in here. So I think what I'm going to do... Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a timer sensor. Here's a question. Why do we have both a cycle sensor and a timer sensor? What are the pros and cons of each? Let's put it here. That seems good. And then put that there. And then the liquid vent can go here. And I think what I'll do with that is that can just come there. Do I need this to be radiant? Yeah, probably not. They're for different scales, right? Yeah, I guess. Right, what are all these dupes doing? Oh, we're out of power banks? Right, because I just told them not to run the power banks. That's not good. When the actual time between use matters versus when the sun rises sets. Yeah. Right, let's see. Okay, so what I need to do is I actually need to hook these up to this. Oh, we're wasting the mercury here. Well, that means I should probably actually plug this in here, then. There's a fine balance between letting this overheat, or letting this overload the wire, and just actually wasting the mercury because we're not using it. Okay, I figured out what we need to do. We don't need to do this. What we need to do is we need to hook all of this stuff onto the hydrogen. So that could go there. And then this wire needs to cut off here, and this needs to come over here. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So let's actually just cut that off for now. And make sure they build that first. Yeah, okay. Cycles for chunks of minutes with timers used for seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. These things make a very loud noise when you're up close to them. It'll take you a while to actually build those. What about the door? That door? Oh. Oh, you let all the steam in here. That's not good. That's not good. I don't want to waste all this water. Right, is this actually hooked up? You've got one more segment left. Yeah, I guess let that water drip back down. Suppress current, disable auto repair. Building melted. Yes, that is good. Okay, good. You're actually cooling this down now. Nice. This should melt pretty soon too. Okay, so now we're at the point where... So we're running all the power banks off the mercury, which is what we want because it's a continuous draw. And then we're running everything else off of the hydrogen and the steam combined. Yeah, that seems good to me. Okay, good. And then the thermal aquatuners and the steam turbines for the metal volcanoes are all going to be plugged in together. Right, you are geotuned. That's good. You ran the numbers on your specific salt water geyser. It looks like one of those that you can make enough salt for 5 times geotune. Really? Are you sure? So if we 2 times geotune it, we're going to get, I don't know, like 13 kilograms per second. And then that gives us about 0.9 kilograms per second of salt, which gets turned into 0.3 kilograms per second of bleach stone. And then how much bleach stone do we need per second? Because I thought that the saltwater geyser had to erupt like 17 kilograms per second at a time for it to be viable. It would make about 75 kilograms per cycle of bleach stone. You need about 73 kilograms per cycle of geotune. Well, I'll tell you what. I will probably re-watch the video that I did on this topic, because perhaps I've underestimated the numbers on this. Because I thought most of the time it wouldn't work. But if this one would actually work, then that means that the bleach stone numbers I got from the brine guys were completely wrong. I wish you would stop grabbing the bleach stone. But we need this to be a high priority errand. Because from what you're saying, this should actually start up pretty quickly then. Because we've already, have we actually taken salt out of the desalinator? Got 58 kilograms of salt in there. I don't think we're actually running this anymore, though. I should just deconstruct this, right, and get the salt, right? I think what I need to do is not let people in here, generally. I'm going to set this to the other way around. And then I'll set this to run... Maybe twice a day? Why does it go so precise on that? That's weird. Actually, you know what? Set this to 280 and 20. Let's do that. And then get out of here. Because you should not be picking up all these microscopic packets of salt. Either. Oh, wait, I'm a fool. Look. I need to set the bionic permission on here instead. Why did that depower then? That's weird. Yeah, this seems good to me. The issue is, I've got to put the steam turbines for the saltwater... I've got to put the steam turbines for the cobalt volcano here. Oh, well, the water condensed? That's funny. I've got to put the steam turbines here, and if we put Bleach Stone Geotuners anywhere else, we're going to have to make sure they're kind of gas sealed. And I can't really think of a good spot to put them. I should also bear in mind that we're actually letting a lot of the Bleach Stone off gas at the moment to form the chlorine. Perhaps, instead of doing this, I should have just overpressurized the room with a different gas. Now, we do have a lot of hydrogen. It's not a lot of hydrogen. We need to actually start pumping the water in here, don't we? This is a slight issue with this plan. Yeah, I guess it's the thing. If we let this do that, that's not good. So what's the best solution to this then? We need a pump of gas in here. We need it to be high pressure. Oh, wait, hold on. Might be daft. We have the oxygen in here. I could just dump a load of oxygen in here. I would like 1 canister of oxygen in here, please. That's a bit weird, but it should work. Because the room is 36 tiles. 200 kilograms of oxygen should definitely overpressure this. Because the chlorine is too precious. We can't just fill the room with chlorine. We're not going to generate it fast enough. Even though it's what I normally do, that is usually predicated on us having a large amount of bleach stone to begin with from the map. So now I need you to empty the canister here. In fact, I could actually put a canister emptier here if I really felt like it. And I do. So I'm going to put it here. That's funny. And then if we want to empty any more oxygen in here, we can. I should have definitely done that first, but there's so much... There's going to be so much oxygen here, that won't be a problem. All the chlorine should get smooshed together pretty quickly. Okay. And then this means that we should pick up the bleach stone right away. Obviously, this relies on the mercury holding here. You know, the mercury is actually, based on what we said earlier, the mercury is forming a pretty good lock here, even without the vacuum, because it's so low mass and unconductive with the water. We could probably just leave it like this indefinitely. Yeah, that seems decent. Okay. The sour gas tempts me. Right, so now we can leave this running for a bit and test your hypothesis. So what else is the plan? Are we currently just grabbing all the payloads? Oh, look! We've actually grabbed all the payloads, except for this one. That's fair. What about these? We should have the booster then, right? Check. Not currently. Is it in this one? No. I think we concluded we were just going to make our own booster, right? So let's see. Refinement. So we won... No, stations. We won the soldering station and the crafting station. I think we put the soldering station here. And then the crafting station here. Yeah. Let's do that. We're accumulating a large amount of metal now, that's good. So then we'll put a light here and we'll start making our own boosters because we have enough microchips. You have a steam room adjacent to a freezer and mercury makes the heat loss acceptable. Good. Good. Yeah, I like this plan a lot. Got a lot more liquid in here now. That's interesting. Oh, you're actually shoving all the mercury in this room now. That is good. Okay. So now we've got the volcanoes left to sort out. I'm kind of worried that you're overpressured here now. Did we actually put too much ice in here? Looks like it, a little bit. Oh, we still got mercury gas. There's all sorts of weird stuff going on here. Right. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think we're gonna let this run. We're gonna get this to the point where we can actually fully geotune this. I think we're gonna get all the cobalt. Relocate it in here again. Just keep dumping heat into the steam. This is frankly too much steam in here now. Can I get all the gold? The gold won't be hot enough now, no. Grabbing all the cobalt and do that. I think we'll set up the steam turbines for the metal volcanoes later. We'll do that next stream. I just want to see these actually operate. And I want to confirm whether we've actually got enough bleach stone to do this or not. You've got enough to partially... Yeah, you've got enough to run at the moment. You still need a little bit more. And then we should have the salt over here as well, right? Did we do that? Oh, would that be here? Yes. Okay. But I don't want the dupes coming in here, as we previously discussed. Oh, right. Well, we can do that quickly. Generally, I don't want the dupes coming in here to do this. So this is heating up, but it's still not quite there yet. We're kind of out of oxygen in the SPOM now. There is still oxygen on the map, obviously, but we need to get this consistently erupting hot enough for the steam turbines. That might be hard. It might just be too much water coming in like this. I mean, once we get the second Geotuner working, this should eventually work. The only issue is if we actually output the... The only issue is if we actually overpressurize the Salt Water Geyser with steam first. But I suspect that probably won't happen. You put the rest of the cobalt in there. A load of hot granite we could move in there as well. Oh, there's a load of hot cobalt? Yeah, go ahead and do that too. Okay, you've actually got bleach stone in here, that's good. Right. Fish cam off. I'm not 100% pleased with this, but it's working well enough that I think possibly thumbnail time. We're gonna have a lot of thumbnails with the left side of the map missing. That's just how the base is on this asteroid. Yeah, I think this will do. I do like how the bleach stone hopper looks like a squeaky puffed. Yeah, the more hot cobalt we dump in here, the hotter this should get. Oh, we do need the gold in here as well, don't we? Oh, right, we do actually just straight up need gold in here. So should we just grab all this gold anyways? They're just like a big hot lump somewhere. No. This is all too conductive. Maybe we'll just let them in here for now then. Yeah, there's the Bleach Stone. The more of these we run, the faster this will get back to the point where it will actually trigger the Steam Turbines. That would be good. I think now is the point where I put the mercury in here as well, because now the mercury should stay on the bottom, shouldn't form a gas, and it will make sure the geyser doesn't overpressurize. Because if it's geotuning, it will come out as a liquid on top of the other liquid, and then we'll be golden. So let's do that before we go. So do we have just a thing of... Actually, gunk would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do gunk, because, you know, we kind of got to. Yeah, here you go. This should not be allow manual use. Why was that ever allow manual use? Right, and then let's just empty this. You guys actually out of errands? You're doing these errands very quickly now. Yeah, open the gunk, put it in here. Oh, you've got a stupid blob of mercury. That's what I didn't need. Right, get that out of there. And then make sure to empty the gunk. Oh. Oh, that's why we're not doing it, because of the liquid pump. Oh, we don't need the liquid pump anymore. Deconstruct this. Oh, we brought a lot of steel over here now. Let's actually stop doing that. Yeah, stop bringing steel over here now. We don't need this much. That's good. Then that gunk should go all the way over here. I mean, there's a little bit of chlorine here, but that's fine. So the gunk should make it so that the saltwater vent always erupts. On the similar principle to what we've done with the other saltwater vents. Okay, so now you should be full of bleach stone, right? You're 2 out of 2 Geotune now, so it's 12.8 kilograms per second of salt. And now, who's going to do the errand? Let's just research supply. Right, I'm going to make it so that you don't have to go in here anymore then. I guess we do still technically want to, but... I just want to make sure that these sweepers... I think we just got to put a conveyor receptacle in here with gold. I think what we've got to do, we've got to turn off this room. We've got to make this priority 9. I'll do this before we go. But what we've got to do is we've got to put a conveyor receptacle in here. We've got to put the gold in here. So we've got to put a manual loader here. You can make it out of gold if you want. And then just put gold in here manually so we don't have to go in the room. And somehow we did this without leaking chlorine or hydrogen out into the map. That's good. Let's suppress notifications on that. I do actually want to repair this. So let's actually make this out of... I don't know, just make it out of obsidian for now. I would like to grab the water again at some point, and we're also not actually erupting into here now. I do hope this erupts again. It should. Because the middle tile is free. Yeah, you're now producing it at 135 degrees C. So this should eventually heat up to the point we want. Why do you always suppress those poor notifications? They try their best. That's the exact problem. They try their best to annoy me. There you go. Yeah, so now we can just let the steam accumulate in here forever. And it should eventually get up to temperature because no significant heat is being leaked through this. And then we should be able to get the steam out. And then that steam will go in here. And I probably do just want... We're going to have so much steam in here. I think I do just want to take it all out of the room. So let's get rid of these. I'll leave the vent in there in case I want to collect it later. And I'll leave the pump in here in case we want to do something with it later as well. So I'm going to suppress notifications on this for now. And I'm going to suppress notifications on you, because you're mostly here just in case we want to dump some more oxygen here to prevent off-gassing. Great! Yeah, great. Okay. That's not what I wanted. What happened? Perhaps trusting one tiny blob of mercury was not the best plan. Stupid. What? You left some bleach stone here? Oh, for goodness sake. I mean, maybe we can contain that. Just like this. Yeah, perfect. Man, I don't know. I miss depleted uranium. I really do. This definitely seems like a gunk job, doesn't it? Can I just let some gunk out here? We have a bottle of gunk. Right, let's try again. Just put the gunk here and see what happens. I don't mind, frankly, waiting around here a little bit for this. Oh, we're out of hydrogen now because the SPOM's not been running. I see. That is a minor issue. Yeah, beans. We're reaching dangerous levels of jank. Right. Do me a favor and do these tasks together. Right, gunk is there. Let's get another bottle of gunk. If I relocate you there, this should still be fine. The mercury is still here as well. You're not geotuned. Ah! We've got lots of different plates spinning and none of them are working. I've got to keep that wire there so I can hook this up in an emergency. Right. You are still supposed to be dumping water on here automatically, but we just don't have any random water lying around. Okay. That's good. We've got to build that wire. And that means we probably need to stop charging the power banks. But cut these off.
Imagine that.
Treble Queen, hello. Hope you're doing well. You've caught me at an excellent moment where everything's falling apart. Here you go. We are on series... Well, actually, we're on the series fragment. We're on our Sargassel bust run. We have a little bit of a problem. So, this isn't a problem. We've got our gold volcano almost sorted out. We're just about at the point where we're going to start actually taming these volcanoes. But we're having them erupt Geotune the whole time just to give us plenty of building material. And the metal volcano Geotuners are set up pretty well. The issue is, we're trying to get this steam hot enough that we actually get water to our SPOM. And we were relying on the hydrogen power of the SPOM to get this to work. And the issue with that is that it's a chicken and egg situation. One of these things has to cooperate for the other two. So you're now geotuned, but you're not actually erupting anymore. So the issue with this is we now actually have to run the map off of the mercury power. Am I at the point where I just send some robotic dupes home? I feel like at this point we need the lack of power consumption more than we actually need the labor. Because you guys, I think, have pretty much done everything. You've actually grabbed most of the mercury on the map. You've grabbed all of the payloads that you can grab, realistically. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to tell you to dig all of this. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? No, that was the wrong one. Do that. The steam pop batteries? No. I don't think so. Well, I don't know, maybe. We don't have any power banks in here. We have power banks in the mercury, which is fine. We were dumping our super hot gold into the mercury for a while. Just to keep it as a liquid. But that's not really necessary anymore. I think this will get there, but we just need to actually make sure these Geotuners stay powered. And then once this actually starts running, we should be fine. What's overheating? No, it's overloading wire. That's okay. Well, it's not, but, like, we'll cope. This needs to be allow manual use. This needs to be gold. Yeah, there you go. And then you should be able to run without the dupes actually going in here. Which is important because that was wasting a load of time. And then I'm happy to leave the Bleach Stone in here. I'm happy to leave this stuff in here a lot of the time. I just need to make sure these aren't running all of the time. Although, I'm going to set this to like 240 and 60, I think. Alright, what's in the pod? What we got? A flock spawn. Hilarious. Still got a spigot seal over here, apparently. I don't know. I think it's good enough. The important thing is we actually have the Bleach Stone now. There's a few kinks that we need to work out, but it should help once we get the metal volcanoes properly tamed, and we actually get the steam turbines set up for that as well. But I just wanted to make sure that we're actually getting all of the resources today. And that puts us in a better position to do everything else. So I'm imagining it's probably going to be 2 more streams. One to get the metal volcanoes sorted out and make sure everything's working properly in sync. And then the next one will be getting the temporal tear and the payload infrastructure working. So I think what we will do is we'll leave it here and we'll come back next week. Sorry to be leaving you guys immediately upon the raid, but I do have to get to bed. It is that time where we usually finish up. But I'll make sure to go raid someone else as well. But, yeah. I think this plan will work, but it's just going to take a little bit of patience. And I think I do need to go back and check the maths on the saltwater then. Because I'm pretty sure this should break even. I don't think we're going to be generating excess Bleach Stone, but I need to go check. So, fish, things, stuff. Thanks very much for hanging out, everybody. If you like what you've seen so far, feel free to give me a follow if you haven't already, and you'll get notifications when I go live on Twitch. We also have a YouTube channel where we upload all of the VODs. Thanks very much again to T-Goat for your generous donation earlier. I'm glad you've been enjoying the YouTube series, Sour Gas or Bust. I'm enjoying it a lot too. But we will move on to a new short-term challenge run once we're done on this asteroid, because I want to make sure to mix in new gameplay with old gameplay, or new runs with old runs, just so we're not in lag central the entire time. But I think this is going really well, and we're getting ourselves in a very strong position for Sour Gas or Bust. Setting up all of our critter recycling. All the metal will be very helpful. There's also a Discord where we hang out and we talk about video games. Let's go find someone to raid. I'm a bit sad we didn't actually do the metal volcanoes today, but that was just too much to do. That's fine. Right, who is actually on? Let's have a look. Oh, let's go raid Echo Ridge Gaming. We haven't went to see them in a while. Yeah, let's do that. If you have any fishy emotes or sentiments, feel free to send them Echo Ridge Gaming's way. I will make sure to do the same. And I will be back next week. I will get the Slickster video done. Continuing this week. And we'll come back to Sour Gas or Bust next week. But yes, take care everyone. Bye for now.